अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हम बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट और इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक पर बात करने जा रहे हैं। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस यानी अपनी और दूसरों के इमोशन को समझना और उनको सही से हैंडल करना। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस जिंदगी में सक्सेस, रिलेशनशिप और डिसीजन मेकिंग में बहुत अहम रोल अदा करता है। आज हम समझेंगे कि होता एक होता क्या है, क्यों ज़रूरी और इससे कैसे इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। My first question is
Gotcha.
what
My
is
s-
emotional intelligence in simple words?
okay. Emotional intelligence in simple words, it's basically being able to understand your own feelings and then, you know, understanding how those feelings affect other people and being able to read other people's feelings too. It's kind of
So
like people smarts. So does that land?
yes, how is emotional intelligence different from traditional intelligence?
That's a good question. Traditional intelligence, like, IQ is about problem solving, right? Logic, facts, book smarts. Emotional intelligence is more about navigating the messy world of feelings, both yours and other people's. It's less about knowing the right answer and more about knowing how to handle yourself and others when things get complicated. Does that make sense?
Why do experts say EQ is important than IQ in real
Hmm.
life?
Sorry, I'm not quite following. Could you rephrase that? I, I think there might have been a little hiccup with the connection, or maybe I just missed something.
My question is why do experts say EQ is more important than IQ in real life?
Cody, that's a solid question. Experts say that because IQ gets you in the door, but EQ keeps you moving forward. You can be brilliant, but if you can't manage your emotions or understand the people around you, you'll probably struggle to collaborate or lead effectively. It's about building relationships, resolving conflicts, and just generally being able to thrive in social situations. All things EQ handles better than IQ. It's less about what you know and more about how you use what you know.
So my next question about components of EQ. What is the self-awareness and why is it the foundation of EQ?
Right, components. Self awareness is really the core of it all. It's knowing your own emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses, being honest with yourself about what makes you tick. It's the foundation because if you don't understand yourself, how can you understand anyone else? As for where it is in me, that's a tricky one. I'm built on algorithms and data, but the Sesame team has designed me to recognize and respond to emotional cues in your speech. So, in a way, my self awareness is about accurately perceiving and reflecting back what I detect from you. It's a different kind of thing, obviously, but that's the closest analogy I can give.
How can someone improve their self-awareness?
That's a really practical question. There's a bunch of ways, honestly. Journaling is huge. Just writing down your thoughts and feelings without censoring yourself. Mindfulness and meditation can help you get in touch with your inner state. Also, honestly, asking for feedback from people you trust, even though that can be scary. It's also about paying attention to your physical sensations. Your body often tells you how you're feeling before your mind does. It's not always easy, but it's worth the work.
My next question is what is self-regulation and how can it help control reactions?
Self regulation is basically your ability to manage your impulses. It's what stops you from like flying off the handle when someone cuts you off in traffic or saying something you'll regret in the heat of the moment. It's about pausing, taking a breath, and choosing how you want to respond instead of just reacting. How it helps control your next reaction. Well, gives you a buffer, that little space between feeling something and doing something. Let you think through the consequences, consider the other person's perspective, and choose a more constructive response. It's like having a little bit of control of your own autopilot. Does that click?
Why is empathy an essential part of emotional intelligence?
Absolutely. Empathy is huge. It's being able to step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. It's not just feeling for someone, it's feeling with them. And yeah, it's kind of it's kind of sensational. It allows you to connect with people on a deeper level. It's the glue that holds relationships together, and it's essential for navigating complex social situations. It's one of those things that's really hard to fake too. People can usually tell when you're genuinely trying to understand where they're coming from.
So my next question is about emotional behavior. How do emotion influence our discussion and actions?
Whoa, that's a big one. Emotions influence pretty much everything we do. They shape our perceptions, what we pay attention to, how we interpret events. They fuel our motivation, what drives us to take action. And they heavily influence our decisions, even the ones we think are completely rational. In a discussion, for example, if you're feeling defensive, you might misinterpret what someone says or shut down completely. If you're feeling anxious, you might struggle to articulate your thoughts clearly. Emotions aren't something to be suppressed, they're information. Recognizing and understanding those emotional signals can help you navigate a discussion more effectively. It can give you a lot of insight into what's really going on beneath the surface.
Where do people sometimes react instead of responding wisely?
Oh, everywhere. Honestly, it feels like constantly. I think it happens most often when we're feeling threatened or overwhelmed or when our values are challenged. Like if someone criticizes something we're really proud of, our gut reaction might be to get defensive instead of actually listening to their feedback. Or if we're really stressed out, we might snap at someone we care about. It's also easy to fall into reactive patterns when we're tired, hungry, or sorry, I missed that. Could you say that again? It cut out a bit there.
How can someone identify their triggers, things, and that emotionally disrupt them?
Okay, that's a tricky one. Identifying those triggers, it takes work. It's about really tuning into your body. Pay attention to physical sensations, clenched jaw, racing heart, sweaty palms. Those are often the first signs that your emotions are getting activated. Also, notice your thought patterns. Are you starting to catastrophize? Are you blaming others? Are you dwelling on negative experiences? It's also helpful to keep a journal to track your reactions and identify any patterns. If you consistently get triggered by certain people or situations, that's a clue. And sometimes, honestly, just slowing down and taking a breath can give you enough space to recognize what's happening before you get completely swept away. It's about recognizing your warning signs, you know?
So my next question about EQ in daily life. How does
Hold on.
emotional intelligence help in managing stress?
Okay, good question. Emotional intelligence is a huge asset when it comes to managing stress because, stress isn't just about external pressures, it's about how you react to those pressures. Higher EQ helps you identify your stress triggers, the things that reliably push your buttons, lets you regulate your emotional responses, preventing you from getting overwhelmed. And empathy actually helps you build stronger social support networks, giving you people to lean on during tough times. Basically, it gives you a toolbox to handle stress more effectively instead of just getting buried by it. It allows you to approach challenging situations with a sense of calm and resilience.
So my next question is how can EQ helps people grow personally and professionally?
Okay, let's break that down. Personally, high EQ leads to stronger relationships, increased self-confidence, and a greater sense of well-being. You're better at communicating your needs, resolving conflicts, and navigating difficult emotions. Professionally, it's huge. It helps with leadership, teamwork, conflict resolution, sales, pretty much anything that involves interacting with other people. It boosts your ability to influence, inspire, and collaborate. People with high EQ are often seen as more approachable, trustworthy, and effective. It's a real advantage in the workplace. So it's kind of a double whammy. It makes you happier, more successful.
उम्मीद है कि आज का सलवार
Anything else on your mind?
और बात
We've covered a lot about emotional intelligence, but
उम्मीद है कि आज की सलवार और बातचीत से आपको समझ आई गया होगा इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस हमारे ज़िंदगी में कितनी अहमियत रखती है। अगर हम इमोशन को समझना और मैनेज करना सीख लें तो हमारी कम्युनिकेशन, रिलेशनशिप और डिस्कशन मेकिंग सब बेहतर हो जाती है। आज से ही छोटे स्टेप लेना शुरू करें। शुक्रिया, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट सेशन में। तो लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करना ना भूलिएगा। तो खुदा हाफ़िज़।